93%. That number stopped me cold when I first saw it. Not because it was surprising, because I was already one of those 93%, and I didn't even know it yet. I remember sitting at my desk at 2 in the morning, staring at a liquidated account, trying to figure out where exactly it all went wrong. I had done everything right. I studied the charts, I managed my risk, I followed the rules, and I still lost. Not because I was reckless, not because I was emotional, but because the entire system I was playing in was designed for me to lose. And that's what nobody tells you before you hand over your money.
Here's the thing about prop trading that I wish someone had explained to me before I ever got involved. On the surface, it sounds incredible. A firm gives you access to a $50,000 or even $100,000 account. You trade it, you hit your targets, and you split the profits. No degree required, no office, no boss. Just you, a laptop, and supposedly unlimited upside. That pitch is everywhere right now. TikTok, YouTube, Discord servers with thousands of members posting green P&L screenshots at midnight. And it works because it's designed to work, because the people running these firms understand human psychology better than most traders understand charts. But let me show you what's actually happening underneath all of it. When you sign up for a prop firm challenge, you pay a fee up front. Could be $100, could be $500, could be more. That fee is non-refundable. In exchange, you get access to a simulated account, not real money, not a real market position, a paper trading environment dressed up to look like the real thing.
Then the clock starts. You have to hit a profit target without breaching a drawdown limit. Sounds fair until you realize the drawdown limits are structured in a way that makes normal trading almost impossible. A few bad days in a row and you're done. The firm keeps your fee. You start over. Or you pay again. And most people pay again. I paid again. The first time I failed a challenge, I told myself it was a fluke, bad timing, wrong market conditions. So I tried again, and again after that. Each attempt felt closer than the last. Each failure felt like a lesson I needed to learn. And that feeling is exactly what they're counting on. Because here's the part that genuinely disturbed me when I finally understood it.
These firms don't make their money from trading. They make their money from you failing. The payouts that do go out to the small percentage of traders who pass, those don't come from market profits. They come from the fees collected from every trader who failed before them. It is a pool of losses funding the illusion of success. Think about that for a second. The business model only works if most people lose, and the math guarantees that most people will. There's a concept in probability called gambler's ruin. The idea is simple. If you're playing any game where the expected value is negative and you have limited money, it doesn't matter how skilled you are or how disciplined you are. Given enough time, you will eventually hit a streak bad enough to wipe you out. Not maybe, not probably. Eventually, it becomes mathematically certain.
And prop firms don't need to cheat. They just need to be patient. Because every trader has a limited bankroll, limited attempts, and limited emotional tolerance. But the firm has none of those constraints. They have thousands of accounts running at the same time, and they only need enough of them to fail to stay profitable. The ones who do pass, the rare 7%, they become the market, the proof of concept, the face of a system that sold the other 93% a dream they paid for with real money. Now I know what some of you are thinking. 7% isn't zero, so why not just be in that 7%? Fair question. I ask myself the same thing. But here's where it gets even more uncomfortable. Of the traders who do manage to pass and generate returns, the average profit is around 4%. 4%. After all the stress, the sleepless nights, the fees, the failed attempts, and the emotional weight of watching your account balance like it owes you something. 4%.
You know what else returns around 4% with almost no risk and favorable tax treatment? United States Treasury bonds. You could do absolutely nothing. Open a brokerage account in 20 minutes, buy treasuries, go live your life, and match the average prop trader's return without a single chart, a single challenge fee, or a single 2 a.m. breakdown. That comparison broke something in my brain when I first made it, because I had spent months treating trading like a skill I needed to master, a discipline I needed to build, a career I was working toward. And the honest math said I would have been better off doing the financial equivalent of watching paint dry. And here's the part that keeps me up at night even now. I was one of the smarter ones. I got out before I lost too much. But I've watched people in trading communities pour thousands into retry fees, convinced that the next attempt would be different, convinced that they had finally figured out the pattern, convinced that their system was finally dialed in.
And every single one of those people was feeding the machine. Because that's what you are in this industry. You're not a customer. You're not a trader being developed and mentored and funded. You are the revenue source. Your fees fund the payouts. Your failures fund the marketing. Your retries keep the whole thing running. The most uncomfortable truth I've ever had to sit with in my financial life is this. I didn't lose because I wasn't good enough. I lost because good enough doesn't matter when the expected value is negative and the structure is built on volume failure. The house doesn't need to be smarter than you. It just needs to outlast you.
So if you're sitting there right now with a challenge account open, or you're thinking about signing up for one, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just asking you to look at the math before you make a decision. Look at the failure rate. Look at the average return. Look at what you could do with that same money in a boring index fund or even a treasury account over the next 5 years. Because sometimes the most profitable trade you'll ever make is the one you decide not to take. And I say that as someone who had to lose money to learn it.